What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into another episode, a Monday episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault at Sports Talk Matt. To follow me on Twitter, this podcast being brought to you by BetMGM. And the offer for new users, it is a $1,000 first bet offer available at BetMGM.com when you use the promo code JUICE for new users. Okay, an end to a frustrating week and, well, not a good week. We are fully transparent here on the Daily Juice. We talk about when we win, talk about when we lose. So the record by my count went 10-16, down 2.9 units on the week. I think that's right. It might be a little bit off, but that's by my calculations. 1-2 yesterday. The Celtics scored 50 points. If Jason Tatum does literally anything in the first half, we go over. They went over for the game, so I had a bet on the over. I was flat on that game. I bet over 53.5 and over 106.5. Kind of a bummer. Over hits for the game, not for the first half. That was frustrating to have that come in. We got the hockey bet right, which was nice. We got the over. Again, another over. Every single game between Seattle and Dallas has gone over this season, over 5.5. Game flew over tonight. Kraken all over. 7 goals, 7-2 final. Huge win for them. So we got that. And I'm blanking on the third bet at the moment. Oh, Denver. Yikes. 53 points from Jokic and you lose? Yuck. Horrible defensive effort for the Denver Nuggets. So we're back with 3 bets here today. I have a baseball bet, I have a hockey bet, and I have a basketball bet. So 3 bets in 3 sports going here for tonight. I didn't do player props yesterday. I got too busy. I wanted to, but I got too busy. I'm not going to do it today because I'm not doing player props with one game. I need multiple NBA games to do NBA player props. I don't like it just with one game. So just 3 bets here on a Monday. But before we talk about the plays for today as we start a brand new week, let's talk about BettingPros and the application you guys can go and download right now. It is free to download the BettingPros app. You can, on the app there, you can use the prop bet cheat sheet. That's got daily rankings for the best prop bets based on the updated projection models. For more advanced insights on any prop, you can take advantage of the brand new Prop Bet Analyzer. That's a view of the player's historical performances from every prop bet across different time frames and opponents. You can also see how comparable players have performed against the same opponent for that prop that you like. You can get matchup ratings for how well the player's opponent performs against that very prop bet. And you can get an overview of the over and the under recommendations for every prop to guide your betting decisions. To access these prop bet tools and more, download the BettingPros app by visiting bettingpros.com/apps or search BettingPros in the App Store. I use it all the time. That is how I find the NBA player props. Want to take a look at it? How I search and find what I like and what I don't like. It's very cool to use the BettingPros app for the prop bet cheat sheet. Cool stuff there. Okay, if you want a first 5 over today, I think Pittsburgh and Colorado probably gets it done, but Kyle Freeland makes me a little bit concerned with this. Mitch Keller's been decent at home, but the number's 4.5, -110. I think that game goes over, but I'm not positive. So if you want a first 5 over today in baseball, that's a play I will make, but I'm not making it official. I want to still kind of figure out the formula that I'm trying to work out here, but there is a first 5 under that I want to get into, and it's Zach Greinke at home. The trends are staying put with Zach Greinke. At home, he's outstanding. On the road, he is a gas can. It's unbelievable how many runs he gives up on the road versus what he does at Kauffman Stadium. It actually doesn't make really any sense. I don't really understand it, to be honest, why a pitcher is that much better at home than he is on the road. But we've got Greinke at home here today. And Greinke is a guy you have to take a look at from an under perspective. He's taking on the White Sox. It's Dylan Cease on the other side. Greinke's 2-1 with a 4.58, 1-4 with a 5.25 ERA. You might go, Matt, that's crazy. How in the world do you bet Zach Greinke to go under a first 5? Well, His last start at home against Baltimore, he went 5 innings, no earned runs. His last start before that against Atlanta, he went 6 innings, gave up 4 earned runs. Pitch time before that against Toronto, went 6 innings, gave up 1 earned run. Time before that against Minnesota, went 5 1/3 innings, gave up 2 earned runs. It's not bad. I mean, this guy on the road is horrific. Last road start against the Twins, 7 earned runs. Start against the Angels on the road, 4 earned runs. Against Texas on the road, 3 earned runs. You put him away from Kauffman Stadium, he's awful. You put him at home, though, Greinke is really, really good at home. And a guy I think you just have to look at and go, when Zach Greinke pitches at home, 2.82 earned run average and a 250 opposing batting average versus 9.22 ERA on the road and a 344 batting average. Greinke's at home here, okay? It's a monster difference. Dylan Cease for the White Sox on the road this year has been pretty good. In his last start, Dylan Cease went 5 innings, did give up 4 earned runs. That was a little concerning, okay? I was like, don't love it, but that game was at home. Equally, the game against the Tampa Bay Rays, where he gave up 6 earned runs in 4 innings, was at home. His last road start against Tampa Bay, 4 innings, 3 earned runs. Against the Twins, 5 innings, 3 earned runs. Against Houston, 6 1/3, 1 earned run. Dylan Cease on the road has a 2.93 ERA. At home, Dylan Cease has a 5.85. These are opposite guys in their better positions. They're both in their proper spot, pitching-wise. I like this under 4.5 runs in the first 5 for Cease and Greinke. You got to dig down a little deeper into the numbers here, but let's get a 2-1 game after 5 here and get the starting pitchers to pitch well on a Monday to start a new series here. I'm going under -112, 4.5 runs. Royals and the White Sox, first 5 under 4.5 for 1.12 units. Second bet, hockey. The Vegas Golden Knights are playing on the road at the Edmonton Oilers, who not just had the best over record on the road this year, one of the best over records at home as well. So the Vegas Golden Knights have played 2 games so far this year in Edmonton, 4-3 finals in both of them. 4-3 Golden Knights, 4-3 Edmonton. The Vegas Golden Knights, their team total over 2.5 goals is -150. I don't mind that bet at all, okay? 3.5 for Edmonton makes me a little queasy. I think they get 4. They probably get 4. Maybe they get 3, though, and you lose that on the hook. Makes me a little concerned. But 2.5, I think the Golden Knights score 3 goals here tonight. I think they had a good shot of winning the game, to be quite honest. Edmonton was 23-12-6 at home straight up this season in the regular season. Golden Knights were 26-7-8. Much like Seattle, the Golden Knights were probably a better team on the road than they were at home this year. This is 1-1. This is zigzag theory. I like a bet on the Golden Knights. You get good plus money. I will be on Vegas to win this game, but the darn penalty box. The only reason why I'm not making this official is because I'm scared of what happened in Game 2. If the Golden Knights keep taking penalties, they will lose this series going away. If Jack Eichel keeps on taking penalties, they will lose this series going away. Stay out of the penalty box. If the Golden Knights stay out of the penalty box, they got a real good shot of winning this game here in Game 3. If they don't, they might get routed. The better bet, the safer bet, is over 6.5 for this game. Over 1.5 goals in the first period is -185. It's ridiculous. 2 gives you a push potential. That stinks. I hate betting that. You get to 2, it's okay. Now you need 3. 3 goals in the first period is tough, even though there were 4 goals scored in the first period of Game 2. Still think it's a little bit tough to get that from, in particular, the Golden Knights on the road were a good defensive team as well. So that's another reason why I'm kind of concerned about Edmonton. I think Vegas wins, but I think the over 6.5 at -135 is a safe play. I think we get 7 goals here in this. We got 6 last time. Bet it last time. It burned us. Let's go back and see if we can get another one and make up for it. Over 6.5 goals. Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights tonight, 1.35 units down on that. And then finally, I don't need to break it down too much here. The Miami Heat have covered 6 straight games and 8 of 9. They beat New York by 19 points in their last game. They lost to New York, catching 10 points by 6. They covered. They were catching 4 points, and they won the game outright in game 1. They won by 7. Just don't think New York's very good, okay? I don't think they have the horses, and I think Eric Spoelstra is a really good coach, and Jimmy Butler is Jimmy Butler. Best coach is on Miami's side. Best player is on Miami's side. Again, point spreads don't matter. If you think the Heat are going to win, you bet and lay the points, and you don't worry about it. I laid 4.5. Don't worry about if it's 5, 5.5. It probably doesn't matter. Knicks win the game, though? Possible, okay? But much like yesterday, although there was some debate as to what the Sixers went off at, some books closed with Philly -1, so it pushed. In Vegas, it closed as a pick, so Philly covered. They were favored in a way, I guess you'd say they covered, but it was a pick 'em. Boston was the favorite for the most part for a while, and then money came in on Philadelphia late. Boston had a wide open 3 to win the game. Marcus Smart missed it. Yuck. But, Philly wins. And then obviously the Suns were dogs, or I guess they're favored. Sorry, I think they were favored, right? Well, the Suns won the game. They won outright. I think that, no, because I had plus money on Denver. So the Suns were favored, but the Suns covered. So Suns covered on that, even up their series at 2 games apiece. So favorite wins, favorite covers. Here, favorite wins, favorite covers. Miami -4.5, 1.1 units down to take a 3-1 lead. No one else took a 3-1 lead. Let's see the Heat do it, because Celtics couldn't do it. The Nuggets couldn't do it. Let's see if the Heat can do it. I think that they can. The late game between the Warriors and the Lakers and the Warriors, I lean Warriors, but I'm going to in-game that. I have no idea pre-game what to make of that game. That could be the end of the era for the Warriors in a way, or there could be a return to the king for the Warriors as they smack around the Lakers after getting smacked around in game 3. They're so bad on the road. I just can't bet the Warriors to do it, but I also can't trust the Lakers. LeBron James and AD. Have you seen the weird stats with Anthony Davis? Game 1, game 3, awesome. Game 2, game 4, he sucks. It's game 4. Tough to bet either side of that game, but Miami -4.5. That's the official play here for basketball on the night. All right. 3 plays on the night. We're going under 4.5 runs for the Royals and their game against the White Sox. Kind of funny. We were betting the over with the White Sox and the Reds. We're going to come with the under now, 4.5, because of Greinke and Cease going there under 4.5 at -112. Golden Knights, we are going with the over 6.5 at -135 there. I do like the Golden Knights to win that game, though, on the money line. And then we're taking the Heat -4.5 at -4.5 at -110 for that. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt each and every morning. It is the Daily Juice Podcast being brought to you by BetMGM.